Hello, good evening, welcome, and how you doing? This is the official podcast, episode 407, and as I secretly go off to make out with Kaya, as we do at the beginning of every episode, I'm going to ask Jackson to start the episode, as we do as tradition here. Take it away, Jackson.
Didn't you just start? Am I drunk right now?
No, that was the preamble. That was the little, like...
Oh.
So it's like if Star Wars is
you
the
do
text...
have a migraine.
Yeah, it's the text scrolling on the screen. No one reads. You know, you're actually the opening scene of the Death Star, or the Death Destroyer, whatever the fuck they're called, chasing the rebel ship.
So, for this one, it would be somehow Jackson has returned. Instead of somehow Palpatine
That's the opening tagline, yeah.
Somehow. After last week's cliffhanger.
You'll have a Fortnite event where you broadcast your thoughts to all of Fortnite, and it's just you rambling about literally nothing. Everyone will love it.
Oh, imagine if we were large enough to have our own Fortnite event. How wild would that be? Like, we're giants in the Fortnite world and people are like skating around us as we like battle demons or whatever happens in Fortnite. I don't know what happens in Fortnite, but it would be cool.
We could do what they did for the what was it, the Black History Month celebration, where we give people a whip crack emote. You remember that?
Yeah, well, no, what did they actually do? They had like a museum world where you could walk around and learn about Black History Month or something.
They had like
Rosa
a museum at Rosa Parks and shit, and they had a museum for Black History Month, but they didn't disable emotes. So people had an emote where they would crack whips and just do it everywhere.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Jackson's equivalent would be like Lego pieces, I guess.
Yeah. Doing emotes of snapping bricks together. No, wouldn't I love putting bricks together. Actually, an update for the audience. I'm assuming 407 episodes, and you guys don't need an intro at this point. You know us. I'm Jackson. I like Lego. Previously, I went through a Lego addiction. When did that whole phase happen? That was like COVID, right? I think I got into it during COVID.
I think that was our phase 4 launch after our end game when we were trying out the spin-off shows.
Yeah, Kevin Feige came out and announced it at Comic-Con. We're excited to announce the next generation of official
the Infinity
podcast.
Era, where we got snapped and lost half the show. It was tragic.
This is the darkest period of the official podcast. Jackson's now addicted to crack instead of Lego.
It's our edgy new take on the character.
No, but yeah, I think it was 2020 around COVID. That was the era where I got really addicted to Lego, and then I stopped because I had too much Lego. I overdosed on Lego. My whole house was filled with Lego, and I needed to escape from it, so I got rid of it. But this last 2 weeks, I bought my first Lego set in about 4 years, and guys,
you showed me.
I gotta tell you, it feels good.
What is it? What is it of?
It's an F1 set, you know, like an F1 car, Formula 1 car. Because I've been getting into that a lot lately.
Do you build like the whole intricate piece by piece F1 car, or is this like a tiny little men walking around the F1 track with the little dudes, and you set it up so it's a little like whole scene?
So it's a Mercedes
Isn't it
F1
called, like,
car.
Lego Engineer?
Yeah, Technic, I think it's
Lego
called.
Technic,
maybe?
These.
Yeah.
So if you want to look at the stream, Andrew.
Yeah.
They're expensive as shit too, and I only know because Doug is also big time into these. And I think you can like drive them. Well, not like, aren't they remote controlled or?
Some of them might be remote controlled. Mine isn't. Mine is just, it's got wheels and you push it and stuff moves on it. I think that's what like Technic does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think it's intended to be like
cool.
a play thing for children or anything. It's like this one's intended to be like a display unit or something.
This is for sophisticated adults. This is for your mansion. This is your centerpiece.
This is for big boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels good. It feels good again.
Yeah.
Honestly.
If I was a woman on a date and I saw him with the limited edition Bugatti Veyron Lego Connectix or whatever, I would be soaking in my chair. Irresistible.
Imagine going on a date. Go on a date, be like, "Hey, you want to see my Mercedes?"
Yeah.
you pull out a photo of your Lego Mercedes car.
Look, there's even room for you, and you open the tiny little door on the side. Come on, get in, beep beep.
Beep beep.
I was gonna say, here's how I put it with that whole concept of like women don't find Lego attractive. You don't build Lego while you're a single man. Just wait till you get into a relationship or something. You've already snagged a woman. Maybe wait for
surprise
when you're a few years
the people you're dating with the things that make you you. That is the most effective way to get women. Never ever show them what you actually like. It's recipe for disaster.
Hide like a turtle.
Hide
like
everything. Never talk to them. Never reveal who you are. Never.
Don't whip it out on the.
Go ahead.
Don't whip it out on the first date, I think is the advice, right?
Maybe.
You're gonna want to build some goodwill first with her.
Yeah, charm her with some like actually interesting stuff probably. Like I'm not embarrassed of the Lego or anything or liking Lego. Like it's 2024. I think we're okay to like Lego.
In all seriousness, I can see the point of like, okay, if a girl walks into a room for the first time or your flat, whatever, and all she sees is like man-child toys, like plastic figurines and Legos, her assumption is going to be, oh, I gotta leave. Sorry, I forgot the stove on. Bye. But if you've already built a rapport with her and she knows you're not a weirdo, then you can introduce her to your hobbies and she'll know, oh, he's just slightly, he just has a fun hobby that he's
charm her first. But like they need to know that you're like a normal person first. Like I'm not saying lie to them or anything. I'm not saying lie about your interests or anything, but like maybe start with some of the more digestible elements of your personality before you go straight into your Lego Harry Potter collection or whatever, your anime posters or your what else would there be? Pop. What are they called? The little
Funko Pops.
Funko Pop collections.
I'm going to say go the opposite route. I'm going to say, listen, bitch, here's my comics, here's my Lego. That's my signed Star Wars disc plate. Limited edition, by the way. Holographic,
if you don't
reflective
like it,
on both sides, you dumb slut. If you don't like it, you're gonzo. You're out. Wash my fucking hands of you. Works every time.
Yeah, this is my comic book. His name is Sonichu.
The dimensional merge is coming, baby. We got to make this happen before it's too late.
Go the even more like just extreme direction and take Lego with you on the date. Take it to her house.
Ooh, Jackson, go to the restaurant and she'll be like, I think I'll have the shrimp Alfredo. What about you, Jackson? And you're driving your little car. Beep, beep. Order me the dinosaur nuggets. Vroom, vroom. She'll be so fucking hot and bothered at that.
You have to call them nuggies.
Nuggies, the dino nuggies.
No. I'll get the steak, but I'll move the plate over to her and I'll ask her to cut up my food for me, please.
Oh, give her like a Lego knife. And whip out like Lego dinos and you can call them your, what is it called? Comfort pets?
And for
emotional
dessert,
support animals.
For dessert, order the sherbet, and he'll say, "I'm sorry, sir, we seem to be out of the sherbet." And you go, "No, sherbet! I know." She will be dropping panties by the time you guys get home, guaranteed.
Well, her panties might be wet, but so my diapers.
You could stick them to the wall, roll them up in a ball, toss them at the fucking ceiling. They won't come down for a month. This is real advice for all you out there, by the way, listening. You're welcome.
None of this is advice. None of this is
Shut up,
advice.
Jackson. No, let them do it.
We're gonna start making the distinction at each of these episodes, like how financial experts say like this isn't financial advice or whatever. Nothing in the official podcast is ever advice. Yes,
no, you should listen to us.
We're gonna get sued. Someone's actually gonna do that.
Fuck, are we gonna get?
I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be like. That is so annoying. You know how ChatGPT does that too, where you're like, is yogurt tasty? And it goes, well, I'm not a medical expert. You should first consult with a health expert before you consult whether eat fermented foods. Like, oh, come on.
Now, yeah, you're
I don't want to give
absolutely
constant
right.
disclaimers.
Kaya, you are 100% right. AI got real annoying with it, but at the same time, it is funny that the very first instant they let it loose on the wider internet, it said that you can increase the stringiness of your cheese pizza by adding glue to it. So I think I get it now. I totally get it,
To be fair, whose was that again? Was it Google's or Bing?
That was Google scraping Reddit, proven to scrape Reddit search results. So they would take people's jokes from their Reddit accounts. The one that cracked me up, I remember when we talked about it, was someone asked, does Slender Man have a brother? And they took a joke from the Slender Man subreddit and said, yeah, he has a gay brother named I Like Mender Man. And added that canonically to the wiki. Oh, good
I'm
times.
a big fan of I Like Men Demand.
I like
catchy.
Men Demand.
I Like Men Demand. Where's that creepy? Where's that Sony movie?
It is.
I Like Men Demand. Okay. Well, wait. Here's a question for you guys. So we know that you can't take Lego on a date.
You can if you're not a pussy, but go on, continue. Yeah.
You can't take lame things. What's the ick on the girl side? Like if a girl comes out and she's got a collection of things,
staring at her phone too much.
Staring at her phone is a good one, and I'm also going to say anything from her ex. So like a charm, a bracelet,
pictures of her ex up on the wall when you walk in.
A giant framed poster of her ex, like a Obama Hope poster, except it says "I still love them" at the bottom. That's a red flag. No, but like I'm serious. Like if they show up on a date and it's like, oh, you like my bracelet? I got it from my ex, or oh, this.
I'll bring up their ex at all.
No, I think that you should you should get rid of that stuff before a date with a new man. You know, like, and then they go through their phone. And they still have like all their photos of them, and they just don't care if they.
Well, that implies it's way too
weird.
soon for them to be jumping back in the market, right? If they've still got
that is definitely one thing it could imply, yeah. Or it could also imply that they're not going to be very serious with you if they're still holding on to these gifts and trinkets and whatnot from an ex-boyfriend on a date. You know, you would think they would respect you and get rid of that stuff or not bring it up. You know what I mean?
I think for me, it's and I know this is Rich coming from a Lego man, but any kind of deviation from reality, like if they're like heavily into like star signs or
Star Wars or
Star Wars. Only one of us can be into that. Or things like that, though. Like if they're actually like
tarot cards,
genuine meaning, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, it's just kind of like I don't. We probably won't get along super well.
The thing with that totally pisses me off is that astrology has been disproven in every facet. Like there's zero evidence, zero anything. And it's like, oh, if you're a fucking Scorpio today, you're gonna find a new hobby, but don't get too invested. Just generic bullshit. But when you talk to the people who believe in it, you say, yeah, it means nothing. They go, but it's just fun. But it's just silly. You just read it and you just compare, and it's fun. And it's like,
well, I'm fine with that.
But I don't even get that, because if you read it from one place, it's going to be completely and utterly different than if you read it from another place. What's the point? How do you even remotely pick which one is quote unquote correct if they're all completely different? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but that's why we like women. They just like being silly. Women be silly sometimes. Just let them. It's like dudes playing with their Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Okay, I could. You know, you may have
that's not just silly.
You may have given me a new perspective in one sentence. It's kind of genius.
No. If they derive actual like genuine meaning and they live their life by the Yu-Gi-Oh rules, then that's an issue. If those men do that,
are you telling me you don't live by the duel and die by the duel, Jackson? You fucking bitch.
They believe in the actual shadow realm. That's where we go after death.
Okay. Hang on. If I met a girl who said, I think we go to the shadow realm if we lose a card game, I would definitely want to hear more.
How do I avoid that? You need to get really good at Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah.
No, what was I going to say?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, Jackson.
No. I've lost my place. My mental capacity is stunted at the moment.
And Jackson will be back to find it after this word from our sponsors.
We can cut that. We don't have any sponsors this week, so it's just going to be dead silence.
No, do it.
Wow, what am I even doing this for?
Do it. Leave that in and then put dead silence and then say, okay, we didn't have any sponsors. We're back.
Yeah, we're so genuine.
Yeah. Fuck. I tried.
Our sponsor this week is Patreon. Technically true.
That's true. It is all of you guys.
True.
Fuck, what were we talking about though? I'm actually like, my brain is just blank.
Women.
Icks.
Things
that you feel of a woman.
Red flags on women.
Oh yeah.
Things that women do.
I can forgive all that. My biggest ick, men and women really, is just if they look at their phone too much while you're spending time together.
Yeah.
Like, talk to me, you know?
True.
Especially if you're watching something together.
Well,
or
you're not being interesting enough. You should be more interesting for the woman to draw them away from their phone.
That's not true.
No, you suck.
No.
Red flag. You suck.
I'm the most interesting human being on the planet. This has been proven many, many times, and let me tell you, I still have friends.
Well, if you were, then they would have no option but to look at you during the conversation.
They're locked in. They're fucking forced. I got the horse blinders on them. Take that. No, man, I have friends who to this day still will just whip the phone out mid conversation, and it's a habit thing. It's a stimulation thing where they just need the constant go. It's a cultural problem.
I was joking. I absolutely agree. Nothing is more frustrating and annoying than someone who, when you're in a social setting, right, when they're locked on their phone. I get it if you don't want to be at the social setting, maybe. Like, it's not, you were dragged along by family or something and you're just chilling, fine. But if you're there to make an actual genuine effort to, interact with other people, there's nothing more disrespectful than sitting there on your phone.
A date, huge, biggest, that's the worst, but small groups as well. But I can actually top people just being on their phones. Have you ever guys been in a social situation where you're partying and everybody's just having a good time? Maybe you're drunk, maybe you're high, and then somebody just keeps whipping out their phone to take like Instagram photos for their reel or Snapchat or whatever. Yeah. Those are the worst. It's like, bro, everybody is fucked up right now. Why are you documenting this? This is a party. This needs to be offline, and
I hate that,
and I don't want permanent evidence of this.
What? Who was doing this?
No, they have to capture evidence.
If you've ever,
they have to capture evidence of what happened that night because everyone's going to forget, Jackson. They are a journalist.
Yeah, Kai's sex parties.
Yeah, Kai was partying with Diddy.
They're not sex parties, but it's like, I have the luxury of having this goofy ass job. But if there's people who have traditional jobs, like, can you not put us on Snapchat right now? Why are you doing this? Just be in the moment and have fun with us.
Yeah.
Why do your Snapchat friends have to know what you're doing right now, this moment? Yeah. That always upsets me. I always get annoyed.
Because they weren't invited to the party. It's not fair on the Snapchat friends.
Well, you have to show them how much fun you're having, because social media is completely and utterly real and an actual documentation of real life. That's how it works.
What fucks me up about that is no one gives a fuck. No one cares. You're taking the photo for Snapchat and you're putting it on your story. Someone's going to click through it. I mean, whenever I go through like Instagram stories, I'm just clicking through, right? I'm just clicking as fast as I can to get through. Like, there's nothing really there of substance, generally speaking.
There's a reason Snapchat used to be huge and now it's like a fucking ghost whisper. It's because people suddenly realized, wow, none of this is interesting. Oh my God, you went to the park and you took a picture of a frog? Wow, my life is upended by this. That's amazing.
Snapchat is literally just for nudes.
Yeah, it should be, in a way, if you think about it.
I mean, like, that's exactly why, like, you age out of it immediately, basically, once you're an adult and you have a relationship or anything like that. It's just like, this is not, what's the point of this? It's
Kaya, I'll tackle on the other end of the spectrum of something I don't like. When you have a group of people and everyone's doing something. So let's say like you're playing Jackbox or setting up a board game or just talking about something. And there's that one person in the group who turns every part of the conversation into, oh, I have a relevant meme for this, or, oh, that reminds me of something I saw on Twitter. And they pull up their phone to show everyone and just to rail whatever everyone's doing just to show them a not funny joke. I hate that shit. It just bugs me.
That hasn't happened to me yet, thankfully.
Oh, you're lucky. When you meet new people in social circles, and there's that one where every time they hear something relevant, like let's say everyone's talking about a funny story, and one guy's like, so then we decided to get our horse, and there's that one person who will be like, oh, speaking of horses, I saw the funniest horse video, let me get it. And it's like, oh God, oh boy, they derail what's going on for that kind of shit. You know what I mean? I hate when that happens. Just annoys the shit out of me.
It's become very prevalent with TikTok. Like, people just send me TikTok videos constantly now, like family members and friends and stuff.
Yeah,
and
Instagram Reels is another one. See, if I'm just at home and it's just like my family or friends sending me stuff they think I would like, that is perfectly great. It shows they know who I am, what I'm into, what would make me laugh. That I love. Thank you. But if we're hanging out in person, I hate when it just becomes a competition to outdo each other with TikToks and Instagram Reels and shit. You know, it's just like, what's the point? Why are we hanging out? Let's just go home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People used to be more social in real life. Now it's all just phones and memes and TikToks. We need to reach out to one another.
People used to like...
we need to care about each other. We're just old. We suck. We fucking suck. You know, the cool shit to do now is go out with your friends, no one talk to each other, just sit on your phone and ignore each other permanently. That's what everything is now, and it should be. Fuck you guys. You guys are old.
We are old. We're so old. Yeah, it's just the way of the world, and this is the 400th episode that we've complained about it in some capacity, but god damn it, we're going to keep going. It's never going to end. This is our show now, everyone.
We can throw in a things we like later.
Please, I have a really good one. I would love to. I would utterly love to.
We'll do it now. Fuck it. Let's bust that shit out. We're getting negative. We're getting too negative.
Hey,
What's
we have to spend the first hour being cynical and saying we hate everything first and then make it up with a nice cherry on top. That's the point.
Is it better to end the show on a negative note or a positive note?
A positive 110%. Come on now. That's why every newscast is like have you ever noticed that every newscast, the first stories are like, the Gaza Strip blew up and this building collapsed and everyone is dying of syphilis. And then at the very end they go, but this puppy's wearing a cowboy hat. Oh, and it's literally just to cheer you up at the end of all the depressing news. That's why they do it that way.
Well, why would they even include the negative news then? Why not just make the entire show positive news? If
you're
you
right.
know that
if any news is ever negative, we shouldn't know it. We should just close our ears and
don't
not
report
look,
on
and it would just make us feel bad. There's no point.
Because nobody wants to tune into positive news. It's the same reason why social media just feeds you garbage that makes you angry.
Then why are we ending on the positive news then?
To cheer people up who are watching.
Should we like suicide bait at the end? What do you want us to do?
Every newscast in America should end with the anchor looking at the camera and going, you should fucking end your life. It's not getting better. For the love of God,
if you don't show up next week to this podcast, we're going to end it all, baby.
No, don't say that. YouTube don't like that.
No.
You can make jokes on it, but when you threaten it, YouTube don't like it too much. Oh, well.
What about murder threats?
Again, this podcast does not offer financial advice or any advice.
Are you in debt? You can end it all.
Oh boy.
What happens like if you do owe like a ridiculous amount of debt? I'm not asking for myself, but if you do owe a ridiculous amount of debt and you can't pay it back, what actually happens then? Do they just repossess your assets? And like, what happens if that doesn't? What happens? So bankruptcy is just.
It depends on the type of debt as well. They could repossess. They could file bankruptcy. They could do legal loopholes. They could garnish salaries. There's a lot of ways they go about it, and it depends on what kind of debt it is.
What's really weird about America to me is that you can't exist without debt. It seems like your whole financial system, and I'm not sure if it's the same over here, but the whole financial system over there is like you need credit, right? You need some kind of credit rating, which means you need debt in the first place to then pay off. For you to even be a person, really, to use the banking system. It's very weird.
Basically. I mean, all it means is you have to establish a history of being able to pay back what you took.
Right.
That's all they care about.
I'm going to read to you a single statistic right now, Jackson, if this would make you feel better. Are you ready? Okay. The Australian government debt has increased from $534 billion in 2019 to $894 billion in 2022. Jackson, I'm sorry to say this, but you exist in a world of debt as well. That is,
the
government, major,
but not me.
But that's how the economies of the world run. It's all just people owing each other money and services.
That's actually not that much from what I expected. Only 800 billion.
Comparatively, it's not. No, like America's at like 14 trillion or something.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Can we have some money?
Right, we're good spenders.
Is there any benefit for the government to pay back debt, though? It seems like there's really no benefit. Otherwise, they would be doing it.
Well, they'd have to kill themselves if they never get out of debt.
Hold the entire government. Oopsie.
That is financial advice for the government. Fuck you.
Giving my basis elementary school level understanding of economics, the national debt is an ever-ebbing thing. It's like it will never ever be paid off in full. It's just more an exchange kind of thing. Like it's IOUs that pass back and forth. Like, for example, not only is a lot of our debt owed to China, China owes us a lot of debt. And you kind of just adjust the numbers based on how the economies fluctuate.
Yeah, but
That's
if two people owe each other money, then you sort out the difference, and then one party ultimately owes the other party more.
But
that's
the difference,
works, right?
But the difference is interwoven. It's not just a flat, like, here's a number we owe you. It's tied up in, well, we owe you this from this policy.
Sexual favors.
You have that policy that's owing us this amount. Are those equivalent? I don't know, because they also have all these other things attached. It's just kind of there.
Okay. Well, this is even more complicated now. So what happens if the government doesn't have, like, let's say the debt collectors come after the U.S. government and they're like, all right, it's time to pay, and the U.S. government doesn't have the money to do it.
Sure. The Chinese.
Does the government go bankrupt?
Let's imagine your scenario in my head. The Chinese paratroopers are flying into Washington D.C. with assault rifles, and they're literally holding up the president, going, "You owe us $34 trillion. Put the money in the bag." Okay, that's what's happening. Sure.
No, they're gonna have to foreclose on the White House. They're gonna have to put the sign out the front of the out of the building.
They said they'd forgive all of our debt if we gave them the White House. They'll be airlifting it out of the country shortly.
Turn it into a panda sanctuary. Why not? At this point,
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Or an old folks home.
Or a electronics factory.
We were talking about this the other day on, I think it was Red Thread. I can't remember where we were talking about it. But did you guys know that the White House does have anti-air defenses built around it? And on it? See, no one else knew that. I said it, and I was accused of being an idiot because of what's it called, the action movie, because I got the information from Olympus
Has Fallen.
yeah.
The foremost information on the White House is military defenses, right?
Yeah, that's where I get all of my information from.
That's like saying it's crazy to suggest the White House would have a bunker, which it does.
Yeah.
I mean, it houses some of the most important people on Earth. Those people are going to take care of themselves. Well, not to me and you, I know. But you know,
I don't care about them.
Go ahead, China. Can I say that?
Yeah, but well, you're getting deported now. Of course. Of course they have anti-air defenses. Like, why wouldn't they? That makes no sense why they wouldn't.
I would. The way I always look at these things, including like conspiracy theories, is if I could do this, would I do this? And the answer is usually yeah. I mean, if I could have like a super giga bunker with like an army defending me and air defense, and like I would also have a nuke on the lawn, just like ready to launch at any state at any given time. I would totally do that. Yeah. So why wouldn't they? They're 10 times as evil as I am.
Why wouldn't the government have nukes? They do have nukes. That's not a conspiracy.
No, I mean I mean like ready to launch from the White House, like
the
roof.
President. No, you're onto something. The president should build their office chair on top of a nuke. And anytime they're threatened, they just hold a hammer up, just ready to slam down on that baby, just in case.
What benefit? I mean, nukes travel so fast, and they're positioned like next to enemies usually, not next like under your chair at the White House. What purpose would it have to put the nuke in the White House?
Would you rather China own the White House?
I guess that's true.
There's no point to sitting.
Self-destruct mechanism. There you go.
Thank you. Yes, see, finally Kaya gets it. Jackson's kind of dumb. I just want the White House obliterated, you know?
Yeah, I don't get military
Jackson,
strategy.
You have a mini nuke right on the Oval Office, okay? So let's say the Chinese assassins barge in. You press the button, little trapdoor opens beneath you, dumping you onto like a mattress in the bunker below.
Which will protect you from a nuclear bomb. It's a very well-made mattress. It's at least a mattress.
Yeah, but what you don't know, it's the Chinese are one step ahead of you. They've replaced that mattress with the trampoline, and you bounce right back up into the blast radius.
But what they don't know is you were one step ahead of them, and instead of you bouncing back up, is a dummy made to look like you made of nukes. It's genius.
And then it explodes, and the president goes meep meep, and he runs off as the steam comes out of the Chinese assassin's ears.
All of his teeth turn to fucking ash and just fall out of his mouth in perfect place. Oh, I want to watch the adventures of the Chinese assassins in the Oval Office. This sounds great.
Yeah, if the world was cool, we'd have that TV show by now.
Dude, I swear to God, if Trump was smart, the way they keep trying to assassinate him, give him a sitcom already. Right? Turn this into a show. If I was a billionaire, I would animate this into some sort of a... Like the guys always have Acme rifles that just backfire and stuff. Paint a tunnel on the end of a wall and they run into it. Yeah.
No. They don't just run into it. They paint the tunnel on the wall and Trump somehow runs through it perfectly unscathed, but then they run into it.
Yeah, and then they hurt themselves.
And I would include I Like Mender Man.
Speaking on that topic, I do appreciate, I'm glad to see that the internet is doing what it does best. Have you guys seen the brewing, like, Yaoi relationship of Biden and Trump? No, it's fucking hysterical. They keep noticing how, like, Trump just doesn't have a person to make fun of anymore, and he seems a lot more lost when, like, talking to Kamala and all that shit. And apparently, a couple days ago, Biden publicly said that Trump called him and asked how he was doing and said that he hoped he was feeling better. And now people are just making intense, deep dive lore like Yaoi stories about how Trump and Biden are the destined lovers and they were always meant to be together. It's fucking great.
Dude, it's Tumblr.
It's so funny.
Kind of cute.
It's freaking Tumblr. My wife always tells me about Tumblr people like shipping all the male characters in a TV show, even if there's zero romance between them. They will like force the romance and make entire comics.
I see it online with creators, so I probably shouldn't say who, but I follow a collective of guys that do interesting educational videos and game shows on YouTube and on Twitter. And now I get recommended Twitter feeds of like their fans, like their fan accounts, and it's all just like, it's not like gay porn of them or anything, but it is like, you know, yaoi related kind of, this guy's a top and this guy's a bottom kind of stuff of just them. And there's nothing in the content to even, you know, suggest that or anything along those lines. It's like, what? Why do you guys do this? Why do you?
I think we're back to
it's not the gay aspect, right? It's just like making everything sexual and like weird in general.
It's what we were saying about astrology, where what Kaya's point. That's why I really rally behind it. Was it's just women being silly and doing stuff. I think that's a big part of it. It's just they want to role play that.
It's not just women. It's not.
Well, men too. You know, there are men as well who are into astrology, but it's those people. How about that? It's those people being silly and doing those silly kind of things, I would say.
Yeah, I don't care if people. I don't care if people do it to us. By the way, just saying, I don't care about it. It's just like, why? Why are you getting so much satisfaction out of doing it?
Jackson is asking for it. Yeah, I don't know.
Please,
100%.
I remember the who's the guy that plays Watson in the British Sherlock show? Ooh. I remember he got mad at some points because he also plays one of the hobbits in The Hobbit, I think. I forget his name. Is it Martin Freeman? Anyway, people kept shipping him and Benedict Cumberbatch, and at some point he actually snapped and said, "We aren't fucking gay. We are not going to kiss on the show. Cut it out." And I remember Tumblr was really, really mad at that. They got 100%. Really pissed off that he didn't appreciate their yaoi.
I don't know if you guys have heard of the phrase Doctor Wholock, or Doctor Wholock Natural or something like imagine. That. It is a term that describes the most popular. It's a term that describes the most popular hardcore gay porn shipping, especially on Tumblr, and it's like Supernatural, Doctor Who, and Sherlock Holmes. And let me tell you, that is a goddamn hell void that none of you ever want to explore. I have only heard of the term secondhand, and it's grossly obsessive. So that man is never escaping it, ever.
See, that's my issue with it, I think, with the stuff that I was talking about as well. It feels obsessive to me. And that's where it's like, clearly there's something mentally ill about this kind of obsessive level.
Like a little phenomenon of women who just want to goon low-key, but they just don't even care about the content of the, like, House. Jackson, remember the TV show House and how there was a lot of bromance between House and Wilson? So they'll make yaoi about those guys and repost a ton of House gifs. And then you'll see posts like, "Guys, I actually watched an episode. It's so offensive. What the fuck? The show actually aired? Was this allowed?" It's like, yeah, you don't actually care about the content. And then it reminds me of the Booktok girls who are like, "Why are there words in my smut book?" They don't care about the fucking content.
Just get to the
They just want to goon to male romance. Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling you with the smut talk people, like they have actual videos just showing what pages they were smut on, just so you can skip ahead straight to the smut.
We're getting all roundabout. We're getting roundabout, like the same with titty streamers. Like you have a titty streamer, and 99% of people watching just want to jack off, especially to the fucking fantasy of a girlfriend that plays video games, hot girl play video games, and it's like the thing I always comment on that is porn's right there. You can go on Pornhub and type in gamer girl. It's a huge market now. There's thousands of videos of it, and girls even playing into the fantasy. These Booktok women are the same thing. You can read erotic novels, erotic fan fiction. It's right there. You don't have to go to the source and just make it up.
They do, but they like skip. They even in those situations, they're still gonna make the videos showing exactly what pages have the graphic details on to skip ahead to. To me, it's like the same thing I used to do with like porn, like when I was watching porn or whatever. Like
you used to read it like a book.
No, yeah, I turn off the video and I just listen to it.
Yeah, you put on the subtitles and you say, moan seductively, my favorite. Yes.
Yeah, this is good. I love these words. No, it's like when you're watching a porn video and you just skip ahead to the action part. You don't. I never waited around for all the like build up or whatever. Like when they're undressing each other or they're they're doing the whole pizza man delivery routine where someone showed like the skit at the start or whatever. I'd never sit around for that. I got places to be. I'm here for one reason.
I am going to say, Jackson, it's because you never watched a good one. I think the studio is called Wood Rocket. They are a porn parody studio, and they make actually like funny and well-made ones. They made the American Dad parody, and it's like just actually an episode of the show, and it's genuinely funny.
Yeah, but okay, so it's about intentions. It's about intentions, right? I'm there to come. I'm not there to laugh. If I wanted to laugh, I'd go watch stand-up or something. Like, I'm just want to get this over and done with.
But why not come laughing?
I think it's the same with Booktokers, right? They're there to, do whatever, come as well, I assume. That they're reading smart, probably. That's for that reason. So they probably want to skip ahead to that point and just get it over and done with, really. So...
yeah, but it's got to be tedious.
Yeah, what I've heard about women is that like they need the emotional element of like really caring about the characters in the first place, which is why they like to choose books instead of just porn. And that seems like counterintuitive. If you're just going to skip ahead in the book, you're going to miss all that character development that you need for it to be meaningful sex.
True. Interesting. We should investigate.
Yeah, and also, isn't it really difficult to skim through a book to find the money shots? Because in porn, you get the thumbnail, right? When you're scrubbing the little bar. You don't have that with a book. You have to actually like page through it.
Do you think
scan every page for the dirty words?
No, that's what I'm saying. The Booktok video, the people on Booktok upload videos telling you exactly what pages have the smut on it so you can skip ahead.
Do you think there's a woman out there, maybe even right now, and she's reading her novel that's getting her good, and she's like getting close, and she's like, where's the word cock? Where's the word cock? Oh, page 110. Oh, quickly. I have to find it quickly.
I bet there's women out there that bookmark it.
Yeah, someone in chat saying, Jackson, we don't skip. I'm not saying everyone skips, obviously, but I'm saying there's videos out there on Booktok, on TikTok, with the guides to show exactly what page to skip to. So someone is clearly, the audience is there to skip ahead to some page.
Well, specify a little bit, Jackson. People, like, I would bet the vast majority of women don't skip and find whatever it is that gets their jollies off. But
yeah,
you're talking about a subsect of women who are just cheesing the system and pretending to actually read or care. When they really just want to get off and read, then he put his penis in her over and over again.
Well, a lot of them just need to admit that they're just as gross as men.
Yes,
it's fine.
It's the she
We're all
goomer.
Coomers.
It's the female goomer, the she gooner. It's the same thing.
It's the
where
female
they're just
version of
they're
gooning.
skirting the rules. They're just going straight to the I want to get off. There's no culture there. There's no anything. And
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Gooning,
like again, I don't think there's anything wrong with that because I did it myself with porn. Like I would just skip to the point where I'm like, I know I'm gonna come.
Well, you're a reformed gooner.
Speedrunning that shit.
You're a reformed gooner. You used to do it for like 4 hours a day until we had that talk a few weeks ago. So you have the perspective.
A few weeks ago.
I wasn't comfortable with you asking me for feet photos every day.
It was so weird. It was so goddamn weird. Like we would be doing the show, and I would say, "Oh, I have to take a shit real quick," and Jax would go, "Any chance I, pick maybe? No, okay." It's just so weird.
I was like, why are you going alone? We do this as a team.
Chat is really nagging us to talk about this fucking. Yes, Nintendo is apparently suing Palworld.
Oh, they did it?
Oh.
Did this just break?
Yeah, they did it.
Wow.
Yes, apparently. September 18th. Yeah, it just happened right now. This lawsuit seeks an injunction. This is on the official nintendo.co.jp.
Wow.
That's official, right, Andrew?
Yeah, that's the Japanese website.
It says...
You went straight to Andrew for that one.
I was ready, though. Don't worry.
Hey,
I had
he's the
my
expert.
fingers on my eye lasers like Cyclops from the X-Men. I was ready. Don't worry.
Perfect. Nintendo, together with the Pokemon Company, filed a patent infringement lawsuit in the Tokyo District Court against Pocket Pair, who are the people that make Palworld, I guess. This lawsuit seeks an injunction against infringement and compensation for damages on the grounds that Palworld, a game developed and released by the defendant, infringes multiple patent rights. Ooh, dude, knowing Nintendo, those guys are fucked.
Yeah, Palworld is done.
Yeah.
Palworld is 100% done. And I'm just going to say, absolutely, like, saw this coming and most likely deserved. You can make a Pokemon competitor, but when they start pulling up docs showing they just copy and pasted the Pokemon designs, what were you expecting?
Deserved is in my opinion, wrong word. It is, I think Nintendo does have the law on their side, but I don't...
Yeah, I was going to say
copyright
legally
law is such horse shit.
It is.
Yeah, but like morally, fuck you.
No, it is.
It's hard to root for
make better
Pokemon
games than
and
you.
Nintendo.
I will side with you on the argument of Nintendo doesn't need to do it, and they probably weren't hurting from it. That I will give you. But at the same time, dude, their designs were literally just traces of Pokemon, one-to-one, like straight up. It was blatant.
There was videos showing that they actually like genuinely took models out of Pokemon games, and used them in the game, right?
Yeah, they are absolutely in the right and justified to do it, because like some of them are just, that is a Pokemon, not even close to change.
No, just to clarify, I agree they are justified. I just disagree with copyright law in the first place. They should not have the legal right to do this. No company should.
Okay, reading over to this, does this say copyright? Because it says patent infringement, which I think is different. Is it not?
You know, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing that it boils down to.
Maybe it's a mistranslation.
I would say it's roughly
I
the
think
same
patents
thing.
are different.
How much did Palworld make?
It was successful. Sold 15 million units. It definitely made a lot of money. Now, the question is, did it remove sales from Pokemon? That, I think, is a definite no. I don't think anyone would ever mistake Palworld for Pokemon or buy it instead of Pokemon.
Well, maybe that's why they're arguing patent infringement instead of copyright infringement. Maybe they're not implying or arguing that Palworld is stealing market share. Maybe they're arguing that they stole, protected assets, which would go in line with what we were saying about them taking assets out of Pokemon games and putting them into this game.
That's actually, if Jackson's right on patent being different, that would actually make a ton of sense, because they might not be suing saying, hey, this is too close to Pokemon, hey, you're copying us. They might be suing on, we patented the design of these Pokemon and you flat out copied it.
You literally took an asset that is patent protected or whatever and put it in your game, which is
in which case they are not only 100% legally right, but I think they should, because again, that's just blatant theft,
Yeah. That's not copyright.
That's not copyright. That is actual theft of someone's intellectual property. Or not intellectual, someone's literal entertainment property. So
Pocket Pair CEO has apparently claimed to be receiving death threats. Man, is this going to lead to one of those fan base wars, I wonder? Nintendo is going to win.
Oh, I mean, everything always leads to that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, Nintendo is always the bad guy in these situations and in terms of how people perceive them. So there will be some kind of war here between Pokemon and
no, there won't. Palworld had a 2 million count player base when it came out. It was huge when it came out, but as of this video, it has 11,000 players. That's it. It has 11.
Somebody.
Yeah. What?
Sorry, go ahead. As we watch the comparison video here, by the way, that somebody sent of a pal and a Pokemon.
A pal and a Pokemon, and they're like nearly identical. It's definitely
I think Nintendo has an
assets.
argument here for sure. Like they are genuinely just using the same asset. I'm pretty sure you could probably trace it down to the same polygons. It's probably just genuinely ripped
that's not an argument. That's open and shut evidence. Like, I'm totally on their side. And also, there's not going to be any war. Palworld has 11,000 players today. Meanwhile, Pokemon is the biggest franchise on the planet. The vast majority of Pokemon fans aren't even going to know or care about this lawsuit. It's over. Palworld is done. That's all there is to
lawyers,
it. I mean, it doesn't matter what people think.
Have they even ever lost?
Settled in a court. No, I don't think so.
And will people turn on Nintendo for this? The answer is no. People are not going to turn on Nintendo for this because there's going to be a small outset that defend Palworld, but the vast majority of people are going to be like, yeah, they fucking stole it. Yeah. And they're not going to care. They're going to go back to playing whatever they play. It's not important to them.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep playing Pokemon Nintendo games. I don't give a shit that they're doing this. I think they're entirely justified in doing it. Their shit was stolen.
I think they're legally justified again, but I will probably never defend Nintendo. It's not worth my energy.
I get on principle not wanting to, but man, in my mind, when it's this fucking obvious and blatant, why not? Just admit what happened.
I agree with you that they did get their stuff stolen from, and they do have a legal case, and they're legally in the right to do this, and I'm totally fine with it. But again, I'm just I don't have it in me to just actually defend Nintendo because they suck a lot of the times.
Yeah.
For this lawsuit, there are so many lawsuits that they throw out there to intimidate other companies into, bending the knee basically, and yeah, it's just
there's plenty.
Concern. This is a public letter.
Oh yeah. There's plenty of places where Nintendo is abso-fucking-lutely wrong, especially when it comes to like emulation and ROMs. But with this, I get it. I said it from day one. Palworld is just absolutely blatant, like really just open and shut case.
Super.
So
I agree.
I'm surprised it took this long.
Dude, it wouldn't matter if it wasn't.
Same.
It wouldn't even matter if it wasn't open and shut. I mean, these guys. Again, I am in awe of Nintendo's lawyers. They could probably sue The Sims and have them taken down somehow if they wanted to, unlike Elden Ring. It just doesn't matter. They're so fucking powerful.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least it's not Disney, where they can try to sue you because your spouse died.
Well, see, that's how I feel. Like, even that's a good comparison, Andrew, because even when Disney is legally in the right, I'll never waste my time defending their decision to go sue or legally, arbitrate someone.
Okay, wait, guys.
I just don't care about defending them. Yeah.
In a fight, who would win? Disney lawyers or Nintendo lawyers?
Ooh.
Well, it depends on. They're so equally matched in my eyes that it depends on the argument.
Well, let's say Disney buys the rights to Palworld and makes a Palworld movie.
I would love to see that. That'd be such a fuck you to Nintendo.
Yeah, really
they open literal Palworlds at their Disneyland parks.
Okay, I know what would happen. I know what would happen. Nintendo would win the lawsuit, but Disney would win the culture war. So Nintendo would win legally. They'd be given damages and win the case. But publicly, everyone would be like, wow, poor Disney. Oh, Disney didn't deserve that. What the fuck, Nintendo? How could you?
I agree.
That's how I see it.
I think so. I agree.
Because people are obsessive and defend Disney, I think, to a higher degree than Nintendo. Nintendo still gets detractors and people calling out their shit. Whereas Disney, it's like, dude, people just don't care. They're obsessed with Disney. They don't give a fuck at all. They could murder a child on fucking Halloween in front of everyone, and they'd be like, "Oh, it was in there, right? He was on park grounds."
Why Halloween?
It's part of the. It's the scary show. It's
to make it spooky.
No, do it on Christmas. That's the appropriate time to murder a child. Come on, guys, think. Fuck.
Threw me for a loop.
Maybe one day.
Do you guys want to do... Kaya, you brought with you a quiz for us, did you not?
I did. It's not a quiz exactly, so I didn't really know what to do for trivia, so I decided that we are gonna play a different game. So
no, we're not showing you our penises, Kaya. We're not doing it.
No, it's worms.
It's not a game.
No, Jackson.
All right, see everyone next week.
It's not a euphemism. It's actual
I know
worms.
him. He's going to get us to show
penises by saying
he wants to see our worms.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I was gonna say, as you guys know, like Reddit gets a lot of shit, but one of the things it did was kill off smaller internet forums, right? Like the niche forums that existed in the 2000s.
Absolutely.
Because it used to be, if you were into, collecting Transformers or knitting, chess, whatever, there would be a separate website for you. And eventually they all got consolidated into Reddit. But if you do a little bit of digging, you can still find remnants of those old forums in their archived forms. They're usually closed. I found a forum for paraphilia support for people with odd kinks.
Mm-hmm.
People with odd, weird kinks where they can go and discuss, hey, I'm into this. I don't know how to feel about it. So I figured we could play a game called Fill in the Blank. I went through a couple of threads. I'm going to read to you guys the posts, but I'm going to omit certain words. And at the end of it, I want you guys to guess what the person is into.
Okay, so it's like Mad Libs, kind of?
Sexual Mad Libs, yes.
Yeah, like reverse Mad Libs. And you have to, it's not a specific word letter by letter that you have to get right. It's just the general concepts, like what
just
kink
the idea
it is
of what they're into.
Okay. Yes.
Sure.
Okay, I have, let's see how many posts I got. 7. I pulled an even number. An odd number, so there was no...
no tie.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. I'll start out with this one. She says, I'm a girl from Eastern Europe who just turned 19, and yes, I'm a blank. I love blank, 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 all of them. Seeing, thinking about cute male blank makes me want to touch, lick his blank, and so on. It's not like I'd go out with any blank. Character traits are still more important than any physical feature. I try to objectify people as less as possible, lol. However, I'm afraid that no blank would go out with me if he knew about my kink. I have to lie so I wouldn't be able to hide the truth. This fetish slowly takes over control of my brain and grows stronger and stronger every day. I can't imagine myself with a normal guy anymore. All right.
Okay, well, that's
your guess
me
is
for
gentleman.
Normal guy. I was gonna say like a racial kink. That's what my immediate thought was gonna be.
That was also where I was gonna lean to.
But you you threw me for no.
Well,
I'm changing. You changed. I'm changing. I'm gonna go like mental disability kink. Like she's attracted to people with mental disabilities because you said normal at the end.
Crazy folk.
Okay.
Yeah. Andrew?
See, I'm gonna stick with race because I think that those blanks are like slurs or specific race, and then at the end she's playing into it by saying normal and just being really offensive.
Maybe. Okay.
All right. Well, unfortunately, neither of you get a point.
No.
She is an acrotomophile. She is into amputees.
Oh,
I am an acrotomophile.
Wait, I said disability.
I love amputees. Armless.
Did I not say disability?
No, you said mental.
You said crazy, folks.
Okay.
You did. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Legless, quads, all of them. Seeing, thinking about cute male amputees makes me want to touch, lick his stumps, and so on.
This is wholesome. Okay, this is a lot more harmless than I thought it would be. Shit.
That's wholesome. That's nice.
No points. All right, let me note that
kind
down.
of rude to call non-amputees call the amputees not normal. That's pretty fucked.
Cancel this.
Shit happens, lady. Doesn't mean they're not normal anymore, fucker.
Unfortunately, you can't cancel any of these folk because this forum closed in 2015 because the moderators no longer could deal with any of them. So
I wonder why. It's a mystery.
All right, next one.
Sure. Let's go.
This one is a common trope. You might be able to guess.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Diaper fetish.
Maybe not. No. Blank and a little scared for the future. That's the title. The title pretty much says it all. I'm currently in a vanilla relationship, but it's not fulfilling any of my desires. But I don't know where to go from here. Frowny face. I want increasingly blank men when I have a boyfriend who's absolutely golden, and I long to be wrapped in the arms of a blank somewhere. What the hell is wrong with me? Question mark. What kind of man does she desire, folks?
That's a hard one.
Can you read it again?
She has a golden boyfriend.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm currently in a vanilla relationship, but it's not fulfilling any of my desires. But I don't know where to go from here. I want increasingly blank men when I have a boyfriend who's absolutely golden, and yet I long to be wrapped in the arms of a blank somewhere.
Abuser. It's abusive. Abusive
Is pretty good. I'm going to go a similar route. I'm going to say dominant. She wants some BDSM master slave shit.
Well, that's kind of the same.
No, that's different. Yeah, that's different. They are different things, Jackson.
Yeah, I agree.
So Andrew said bondage. A dominant,
not bondage, but dominant, like a master slave, like a daddy, like a buck. You know, like she wants more dominant men. Is I think the word she's using there.
Whereas I'm going fully abusive, like an actual abusive person.
I think either could be correct.
It's not entirely correct, but I'll give Jackson the points.
Okay.
She is a hybristophile. I learned a lot of words today. She is into killers. The title pretty much says it all. Any of my fantasies, I don't know where to go from here. I want increasingly bad men when I have a boyfriend who's absolutely golden. And I long to be wrapped in the arms of a killer somewhere.
Oh, Jackson. I will give the point to Jackson. Abusive, I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, sure. Jackson, you may have the point. Absolutely. I will graciously bow to give him that point. Sure.
That's crazy that she's like, my boyfriend's nice. And yet, I want to kill her.
And yet, I'll step in here. That's one of the most normal fetishes on the fucking planet. Women love dangerous men. We have talked about this 100 fucking times. That is so common.
Did you know it's called hybristophile?
Because I didn't actually. No, I didn't know that. But it's super common. Ladies out there, if you are want a boyfriend who's like a literal monster or a werewolf or a serial killer, I have news for you. It is one of the most common fucking kinks on the planet. Every woman has it to some degree. Ask your friends. It's fucking true.
Do they want to be killed, or do they want them to kill someone else?
I actually talked with a friend about this a few days ago, and that's how I know it's super common. The most common thought is it injects power and dominance. It makes them feel their man is strong and dangerous and tough.
I can defend them and protect them.
Exactly. Probably. And it's a more extreme version of that. Like, oh, if he's tough and strong and powerful, that means he could easily kill me or threaten me.
Which shows how like mentally like how fucked up the brain can be, because what would happen in those situations if you get with a killer? He's probably going to kill you.
And think about the reverse with men. Think how many men go, I just want a sweet, innocent girl who I can just manhandle and destroy. Like, it's the same desires in reverse. It's very common.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
By the way, I forgot which one of you asked, but there is also a term for people who want to be killed, but I didn't note it down, unfortunately. Apparently there's a philia for everything.
Oh, there's everything, dude. There's a Wikipedia list, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of entries long on this topic. I know, because I've read it for a video.
I have 1 point, just so everyone knows. I'm really proud of that 1 point. You can't take that from me.
All right, well, let's see if Andrew can make a comeback here.
I will try.
This one kind of made me laugh when I was reading it. All right, you guys ready for the next one?
Sure.
Yep.
I'm a male masochist in his 30s. I developed into a masochist when I was young, my recollection around the age of 12. I also have a shoe and sock fetish. I fantasize about girls blank, even blank me, and it's ages 8+, including girls my own age or older. I have zero desire to have sex, make out, etc. with young girls. I just enjoy blank and humiliated by females. And I guess it'd be pretty humiliating to have young girls blank. Plus, it goes back to the age where my masochism began. Does this qualify as pedophilia? Or what would this be qualified as? Also, no, I am not acting on it. I am happily married to a woman a few years younger than myself, and she's aware of all my fantasies.
Jackson, I'm going to interrupt because you have a point, so I'm going to go first. I'm going to guess he wants to be stepped on. He wants women to step on him.
What? That's what you got from that?
Yeah, women's shoes and socks and feet, and I want them to blank me, step on me. Stepping.
Why was he talking
crushing.
Why was he talking about young people then? What?
I don't know, man. I'm trying not to get
but Andrew
deep
makes
into there.
No, that is a very decent guess based on the shoe and sock stuff.
Yeah, I think he wants women to step on him.
Fuck, I don't know.
Jackie Poo.
I genuinely don't know. Okay, well, I can't go stepping or shoes or anything like that. But
no,
even then,
you stupid bitch, you can't.
Someone like looking like a child, like, you know, wearing child clothes and stuff like that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know.
So like schoolgirl stuff, cosplay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So he
conceding
likes
the
girls
point on
just
this one.
looking young.
Yeah, looking young. I was gonna go like
Damn, you're that stumped. All right.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know.
Just give me my point, Kaya. We already
All
know.
right. Well, let's find out first.
Sure.
The post is titled "Fantasizing About Young Girls Beating Me Up." Pedo question mark? I fantasize about girls beating me up, even killing me, and it's ages 8+. So I actually burst out laughing when I was pulling this list. Imagine like jerking off to the idea of 8-year-olds beating you to death.
Jesus
I have
Christ.
zero desire to have sex, make out, etc. with young girls. I just enjoy being beat up and humiliated by females. And I guess it'd be pretty humiliating to have young girls beating me up.
I don't think my stepping on idea is going to reach that far, is it?
Yeah.
Darn.
How about I give you half a point?
I'll take half a point. Yeah, let's do it. I like it.
All right.
That's
Andrew
wild.
gets half
So
a
there was
point.
a community. There was a community based around that.
No, this is I'll show you the forum at the end of our game. It's not specifically around this fetish. It is around, as I said, like paraphilias in general.
It's a meeting hub for
which
kinks, it seems to be.
That is
Yes.
crazy. That is
Pretty
such
much like a
crazy
support
thing.
group, essentially.
That's
Like
that's fun.
I always wonder when it comes up, like one of these really weird fetishes comes up. It's like, what kind of development did you have growing up that's what you latched onto? Like, what triggered that in your brain?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're on the forum to find out. I always like just finding these little obscure forums because you're never gonna get this on Reddit. All right, next one. This is kind of an odd one, but I try to give you guys as many, leave as many
That's
clue
good.
words as I
None of these
could.
other ones have been odd, so that's good. I'm glad we're finally getting to some odd ones.
All right, this guy says, I'm a 37-year-old male diagnosed with schizoid personality disorder and OCD. I have a very strange and somewhat unusual paraphilia that I have struggled with all my life. I like dressing in excessive amounts of blank and seeing other guys doing the same, and seeing the guys being dressed in blank by women. I have a lot of anxiety about sexuality in general, and blank seems to be the only thing with which I feel safe. My therapist believes that it is related to childhood abuse. He believes that I retreated to the safety of blank to create a physical barrier for myself, then evolved into paraphilia. Kind of makes sense. It's very embarrassing to admit this, but it's time my shame was brought into the light. I've suffered with this too long. I'm tired of feeling like a multi-blanked freak.
Okay, well, the multi-blanked was throwing me for a loop. I thought it might have been like saran wrap, you know, like the plastic wrapping that you put around sandwiches and stuff to keep it fresh.
Damn, this is a hard one.
Multi.
Yeah, multi is a real good clue.
Multi-blank.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit my ball into the back of the stands and see where it lands. Shirts. He wears multiple shirts. He likes seeing men wear multiple shirts. He likes seeing women put multiple shirts on him. And the therapist said it's because he wants to retreat to like his mother's arms or the womb or some childhood comfort. That's what I got. I'm taking that.
I mean, we can only go kind of close,
Shirts.
right? I'm thinking either underwear or socks. Personally, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it feels like a clothing item for sure.
Yeah, I mean, multi. I'm gonna go.
I think he would say multi-shirted freak. He sounds like that kind of guy.
Yeah, and plus socks are naturally multi. You wear two of them, so I'm gonna go underwear.
Wait a minute, you wear
underwear.
two socks? What?
Yeah. Well,
What?
Hey, sometimes in
separate
winter
feet.
it's cozy.
I guess in the winter,
No, on
but
separate
I don't
feet.
know.
On separate feet. I'm saying you wear two socks and like.
yeah, okay, yeah, no, fair. See,
It's not multi-layered.
then it would be multiple sock, not socks.
I'm still going underwear, and if it's socks, I'm gonna be very sad.
Okay, fair. Hit us,
You
Kaya.
both get a point. You both kind of got it right.
Yeah,
Layered clothing.
I knew it.
I have a very strange and somewhat unusual paraphilia. I like dressing in excessive amount of clothing and seeing other guys doing the same, or seeing the guys being dressed in layers by women. And he continues, he believes that I retreated to the safety of clothing to create a physical barrier for myself. And at the end we get, I need support and advice. Where's the multi-layered freak part?
You just made that up.
Multi-shirted.
It's just above it. Wait, no, it's just
Hang on,
above
go
it. It's
back.
above
I
it.
get the point. Look, I'm tired of feeling like a multi-shirted freak. It's shirts. He's specifying shirts.
Yes.
Yeah,
above.
let's go.
No,
Fuck
above.
you, Jackson.
Wait. I'll give you. I'll let you have an extra half point for that because he specified shirts.
Yeah. How about that? How about we both get the point and I get a bonus point for specifying shirts? How about that?
All right.
Bonus half point.
Andrew gets 1.5 and
Yes.
Jackson gets 1.
We're tied, Jackson. We're tied.
We're tied. Yeah, that makes it interesting.
Wait, are you? Okay, I'm gonna tally this at the end.
We both got 2 points. I will say that's a pretty harmless kink ultimately.
Yeah, who's gonna look at a guy wearing a couple
cares?
shirts and go, "What a freak! What a weirdo!" Like it's a shirt.
Well, depends. Like how many though? What if he's wearing 10 of them?
True. Oh my god,
yeah,
you're right.
I do
That's
suppose.
disgusting.
Well, just
What a
say that
freak.
at all times, he's filming one of those like old school YouTube videos where you put on as many as you could until you can't put on anymore. You remember that was a big trend on YouTube way long ago.
Yeah.
Just say at all times. My friend in the bush is filming. It's fine.
He should move somewhere where it's permanently cold and snowy, so that everyone's walking around just layered up.
Siberia.
Well, his erection would never go
They don't know
down
he's
and be
secretly
unhealthy.
Cooming.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd die immediately from blood
loss and fluid loss, dehydration.
All
Hit us
right.
with the next one.
All right, okay, you guys are matched right now.
Fuck yeah, we are.
All right, let's go. Next one is I'm starting to think about it a lot. There must be something between me and blank. There are a few episodes that make me doubt the way I really see blank. For example, when a friend I am attracted to blank in the toilet because she was blank, I was there besides her. I got down on my knees and I was very close, basically staring at her blanking. Like I secretly wanted her to blank so I could look at the whole scene. Then I just flushed the toilet and helped her get up. I saw her blank a few times and even sticking her fingers down her blank to provoke blank. And I was totally...
Okay, well, this is obvious.
Yeah,
I admit, I even found it sexy.
Vomit.
It's vomit. Is this like a plot twist? Is it a plot twist where it's not vomit?
It's vomit. It's
No.
vomit.
I mean, I've got to go vomit.
is.
I got to go vomit.
It's vomit. When he said
That's
I got
so
down on my
easy.
knees and I was real close to her doing
I'll
it,
give
it's
you
like,
guys-
what else would it
Yeah,
be?
Yeah, vomit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll up the difficulty with maybe this one? I'm not sure.
Wait, are you giving us that point or not?
Yeah, you both got one.
We both got it.
So when you said toilet, I thought it might have been like a shitting one, maybe. But then
Nah.
you said she sticks her finger down her throat to trigger it. I'm like, how would that work? She sticks her finger down her throat to shit.
I debated, like, should I leave that in or no? I guess
No,
I,
you probably
I shouldn't
shouldn't
have.
No,
that would've made it
the instant
slightly
he
more
said I
difficult.
was down on her knees and very close to her when she was doing it, it would make sense if she's like throwing up and he's consoling
Yeah.
her. It just made too much sense to be
Yeah,
Maybe
vomit.
he's watching her poo.
Well, come on. If he has a
menstruate.
fetish for it and he's curious about it, that by that point, okay, if you convince a woman to let you sit on your knees next to her while she's shitting, you already know you have the fetish. You don't need to talk about it.
True.
But this guy's like, I might have this fetish, meaning it had to be vomit. There's no way it couldn't be.
Yeah.
Okay, this next one is a little funny. I don't know if it's difficult. This is from a lady. She says, "Hello, everyone. I'm a young female and I've had a blank fixation for as long as I can remember. Blanks are something that never fail to comfort me and everything about them is attractive to me, not only sexually. Most people I know already know about my liking for blanks, but I'm still a bit secretive about the fetish part of it. I was wondering if any of you could help me find ways to indulge my fetish, since I know for a fact that it is not illegal or harmful in any way, at least in the way I see it. Blank porn usually does the trick for me, but there's not a lot to choose from, on the internet I mean. Most of the pornographic material online centers around blank ladies. I'm a bisexual, but honestly, I've thought of girl blanks as a bit slutty. Male blanks are a lot more childish and humoristic, and that's what I like about them. Also, I've purposefully faked a couple of stomach aches just to take a peek at the hospital blanks that are usually found in the pediatric wards at clinics, and I creep at street blanks every once in a while."
Okay, well, wait. That fuck Christ. That was.
I originally was
winding.
I was originally going to say dicks because the joke was she was like, "Oh, I really like blanks. They're really nice. I enjoy big blanks, male blanks." But then the last half of that really threw me the fuck up for a loop. So
Yeah,
I'm
that
thinking
was
about this
that was
for
a
minute.
winding road of different thoughts. Holy shit!
The
I thought dead bodies,
hospital.
maybe. dead bodies because of hospital.
Ooh, corpses might be good, but hang on.
But then you say, what did you say about like
male blanks
what
or childish, female blanks? I was originally going to say farts. Because male blanks are funny, but female blanks are slutty. But she brought up
illegal. She knows it's not illegal.
Yeah, but
this
then the illegal in the hospital really fucked me over. Yeah.
It has to be corpses, but corpses are illegal.
Fuck.
Take your time.
Yeah, this is hard. I'm thinking of it like a riddle. Like something you'd read from a forward from grandma. And the thing that sticks in my mind is male ones are funny, female ones are slutty. That to me is a real big clue, I think.
Wait, did you say female ones are slutty?
She said in her message, male ones are funny, female ones are slutty. And that to me feels like the biggest tell, the biggest thing that should clue you in. Oh man. And it's not illegal.
Slutty. Homeless people?
What?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Why would that be illegal?
I mean, staring at the homeless isn't illegal.
And then the hospital. Okay, not illegal. See, I want to say drug addicts. Oh man.
Female ones are slutty.
Keep in mind, she also says she faked the stomach aches just to take a peek at the hospital blanks that are usually found on the pediatric wards.
Oh,
pregnancy. Pregnant people.
Male pregnant people are funny?
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of.
And female pregnant women are slutty? I guess.
Well, they had sex.
I guess.
I'm going pregnant. I'm doubling down.
They faked a stomach ache to get... Oh, is it like enemas? I'm going to go with enemas. I'm going to guess getting an enema. That's my answer. Getting an enema. Men getting an enema is funny. Women getting it is slutty. That's the best I got.
He goes enema. What did you say about the streets? You said they were in hospitals and on the streets, didn't you?
She says... to take a peek at the hospital blanks that are usually found on the pediatric wards at clinics, and I creep at street blanks every once in a while.
Street blanks?
Yeah, see, I'm probably wrong. I don't even care anymore. I just want to hear. I'm so fucking curious.
What the fuck? Yeah, okay,
Jackson,
I'm going
say a random object so we can get this over
pregnant
with.
people. Pregnant people.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. What the fuck?
This is beautiful, because it's just, once you see it, it's just gonna click.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, you both get 0.
Yeah.
Clown porn.
What?
Clowns are something.
Oh, that makes too much sense. I'm a fucking idiot.
Why the stomach ache?
Clowns are something that never fail to comfort me, and everything about them is attractive to me.
Fuck!
Clowns are a bit slutty. Male clowns are a bit more childish and humoristic, and that's what I like about them. Also, I've purposefully faked a couple of stomach aches just to take a peek at the hospital clowns that are usually found on the pediatric wards at clinics. And I creep at street clowns every once in a while.
Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Clowns is so common. Why didn't I think of that?
Why did she talk about a circus at all? Why was she talking about hospitals and...
Yeah, why doesn't she just go to the circus for clowns? That's a really good point. Why does she have to go to the hospital? Why does she have to go? The best place to get a clown is to go to the hospital and sneak to the children's ward. There's no other way to see clowns these days. What a fucking weirdo.
Wait.
Wanting to jack off to clowns is fine, but go to the circus. Go to Google. Don't go to the hospital. Like, come on.
She wants to see them in person.
Hospital clowns are a thing?
Oh, yeah, for the kids. To cheer them up.
To entertain children. Yeah.
All the time.
Like she said in the children's wards, where the kids with cancer, as they're dying, they get to at least have like a guy juggle for them.
Now that you said this,
so kids are dying while there's a clown in front of them, and in the background there's just this person with a sexual fetish, basically just watching as well. What a lunatic!
Leaning across the corner.
I don't even think this woman's desperate. I think she's a fucking idiot because she just doesn't go to the circus. She has to go to the pediatric ward like a fucking moron.
That is so fucking weird. Oh my god. But I don't understand why they would have clowns at hospitals anyway. Aren't most kids scared of clowns?
Not the ones that aren't, Jackson.
No. This one isn't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely not.
Damn, that I feel stupid. I should have put the pieces together. That's such an easy one.
No, I don't think we would have. No, it's not. We would never would have got that.
No, clown porn is very common. I would have fucking put that together. I'm an idiot. Oh my god.
All right. So it's still 2-2.
Oh,
no, wait, is it?
It's 3-3.
It's 3-3.
Because we both got vomiting.
Yeah, 3-3. Okay. All right. Last one, and this is the tiebreaker. Then we'll see who wins.
Oh baby.
I'm scared.
Let me.
I'm going to say it's all of them together at once. It's the end
all
game.
Fetishes.
Like a
all fetishes combined.
Yeah, they've collected it like it's the Infinity Stones.
She's Captain Fetish.
All right. This is a classic. This guy says, I recently made a doll that's life-sized somewhat. I made it to match a blank. I need something to project emotions and love onto, but without hurting anyone, so I made a doll. I want to make more and put them in every room, have company somewhat. Is this okay to do? I don't know how to cope with this. I have a weird attraction to blank. It's not about blank, it's more about blank itself.
What? Wow, we're getting deep on this. This is like...
Okay, so he made a doll as a stand-in for his fetish. Is that right?
Yes, because he doesn't want to hurt anyone, so he made a doll.
Okay.
I want to make more and put them in every room, have company somewhat.
What'd you say about the idea at the end? Like it was not about the thing itself, but the idea of the thing? What?
I have a weird attraction to blank. It's not about blank. It's more of blank itself.
So it's a concept itself that he's attracted to. I'm going to say...
friends. He wants friends. It's not about friends. It's about friendship itself. I'll take my final point. Thank you, Kaya.
Are you locking that in?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck anymore.
What if neither of us get this right?
Who gives a shit? Life's too chaotic to think about it, Jackson.
All right, can you read it one more time?
Okay, you know what? I'll allow Andrew not to lock it in because I will give you an extra sentence that I didn't bother taking, but maybe it'll help you guys out.
Sure.
Okay, from the top. I recently made a doll that's life-sized somewhat. I made it to match a blank. I need something to project emotions and love onto, but without hurting anyone, so I made a doll. I want to make more and put them in every room, have company somewhat. Is this okay to do? I don't know how to cope with this. I have a weird attraction to blank. It's not about blank, it's more of blank itself. I don't know why, but blank, mainly of blank and things, I like it. I would never hurt a blank, ever.
I mean, I feel like children is too easy. I think it's too...
I don't want to say children. It might be children. I don't want to say that.
I think that's too easy.
Yeah, Kaya might be throwing us. Then again, it might just be clowns again, and Kaya's a dickhead. Oh fuck! I don't want to say children.
Other direction. Old people, death,
weird
corpses.
attraction to. Made a doll.
Clown children.
He has a yeah. I'm gonna lock in clown children. Pediatric clowns specifically. So he made a doll because he wants this thing. It's not about a specific thing. It's about the concept itself.
I would never harm
harm a blank. See, he said doll though, and like originally I was thinking maybe animals, like horses or something, but he said doll, not something else, which means human to me.
Yeah, he's saying not harming as well. That really does make me think it's just got to be children.
Yeah.
Well, a doll, an animal can be a doll, can't they?
I'm just gonna go the hopefully correct route and the really even worse route. I'm gonna say specifically, I think he's talking about dolls and wants a baby in each room and would never harm a baby. It's not about a specific baby, it's babies themselves. I hate that I'm saying this out loud. Let's just fucking end this. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say fuck, I'm gonna say dogs, or no. Can I just say animals in general? He goes the human route.
All right, tell you what. Jackson, I'll give you an all or nothing. You can cover every animal, and I'll cover every type of person. How about that? You want to do that?
It's not about blank. It's about the concept itself. Okay, yeah. Fuck, whatever. I'm gonna say animals.
Okay, and I'll say any conceivable type of person.
You're gonna feel so fucking bad if you win this and you start cheering about.
I went into this game thinking there were no winners. Oh no! No! Shut up, Kaya! No! Just read it.
This is so fucked.
Just read it. This is horrible. Oh my god!
I made it to match a child's. I have a problem with an attraction to. I need something to project my emotions and love onto, but without hurting anyone. So I made a doll. I want to make more and put them in every room. Have company somewhat. Is this okay to do? I don't know how to cope with this. I have a weird attraction to mutilation. It's not about sex, it's more about death itself. I don't know why, but autopsies, mainly of and things, I like it. I would never hurt a child ever.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have
jail. That should be a crime even saying that. That should be a crime even saying that.
I have a high bar, man. I have a really high barrier for things that upset me. And I'm also incredibly tolerant of what people are into, but this upsets me. I truly hate this. I've never been more happy to be wrong before in my life, man. Oh my god. I really don't like that.
That person.
Oh my god.
That person needs to be like put away. That is.
We need a law that just says that just on a feeling we can arrest people forever and never ever talk about it ever again.
That is well beyond anything that should be allowed in society.
You know, the beautiful part about this forum is right below, Ada replies and says, the part I found problematic is, quote, and put them in every room. Yeah, that's the bad part.
This is
I think everything else you describe is okay.
This is you need counseling type of fetish,
yeah, wait, continue reading this post. Holy shit, the problem is not that they're attracted to dead. The problem is, but having dolls in every room seems to be you over-objectifying them. How dare you objectify the dead child? What is wrong with you? How do you reply to this and that's your take? God
Please tell me that to sign up for this website, you have to provide your address and phone number and we can just lock this guy up right now. That'd be great.
Oh my god, that person's little quote signature thing. You know how forum messages have little signatures at the bottom? They're talking about dead bodies and stuff, and their little go up, their signature, the little quote signature at the end of it. Go up, you idiot. Up.
Sorry, that was what?
There, the quote is, sorry, I'm getting mad because this is so gross. The quote is, we think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. You're on a forum talking about fetishizing dead bodies.
So that is from a famous movie with Charlie Chaplin called The Great Dictator, where he plays an analog for Hitler. And that is not where you want to be putting that quote. It's an incredible speech, but boy, this is not the appropriate place for that. That's not a good thing. Oh my god.
Oh look, here's an update. I dismembered the doll. I've had ones with heads, feet, hands.
I can't. This is so fucked.
I really hate this.
This is so actually fucked.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Hi everyone. I play a very sarcastic and over-the-top human being comedian on the internet, but I really just want to say this is not okay. This is deeply upsetting and terrible, and I wish this never happened.
No shit.
Oh my god. Oh, fuck.
So as I said, it should now come as no surprise to you guys that the owners of this forum shut it the fuck down back in 2015.
Good.
Because none of them wanted to deal with this anymore.
These posts are from 2015 as well, so this very well may have been one of the cases that was on display. Oh my god.
I really hope, I genuinely hope that they were able to scrape some information about them and send it to the police or something, because that is an actual crime waiting to happen.
I hope the whole FBI was just watching this. It was a sting operation, and then when they shut the website down, hundreds of arrests. They flooded in, just grabbed IPs left and right.
Yeah. Oh my fucking god!
Oh, you're right. It was one of the
crazy.
very last posts here in the. It's on the last page ever.
Last page ever.
The most recent.
Is that 14,000 views? What's that on the right? Is that views?
Yeah, views.
Yeah.
14,000 people read this.
Only 6 replies though.
Yeah, because everyone else was a fucking normal person and said, fuck this. God damn it. This website is horrible.
They still have a donation link too.
See, I at the beginning, man, with the ones you were reading, at the beginning I was like, okay, it's a forum to share your offbeat kings without judgment, talk about things that you're maybe afraid to talk to friends about. I can maybe get behind this. And then you kept reading. And then we got to this part. And now I don't want anything to do with this ever again. Fuck. Oh my God.
That's
terrible. That's just actually terrible. Wow.
Well, we can't do the fucking news thing now where we end on that note because that is genuinely disgusting. We need things we like.
I think we have to. I think now more than ever we have to be strong in the face of adversity and have a things we like corner.
Yeah.
Oh God damn it. Ugh.
I just can't believe people like that actually exist. It is so fucking.
Whoops, sorry. No, it is. I didn't mean to interrupt you. No, you know what annoys me is we often talk about how fucked up the internet is a good thing in general, but it has also enabled fucked up people to find community.
Yeah.
Like used to be if you were like this guy, you would seek support or your church would shun you. Now you go on the internet and people are like, yeah, it's totally okay. Yeah. This is cool.
Just don't objectify them.
There is, without a doubt, a limit. Like, clown woman, you're valid. Serial killer woman, I get it. Fucking vomit guy, sure, I understand. But this guy, no. No. With every fiber of my being, I do not support you.
This is, like, it makes an argument for thought crime. Like this.
I think Minority Report just needs to be real by this point. I mean...
Yeah, this is actually
raid the dude's house and go, we saw what you were posting on the internet. You want to talk about this?
Done. Yep, you're done.
Fuck.
Straight to jail. Do not pass, go.
Oh, God. My only hope is that we have someone in the FBI who listens to this show, maybe a casual fan, and he hears this episode and goes, why the fuck haven't we done something about this? And then raids start happening. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Things we like. This is...
Play the jingle quick, Kaya, close this shithole for the love of God.
Seem like cynical dicks, so they're going to throw this into the mix. Just so you don't think they're dead inside, it's the things we like corner.
I was weeping during that, openly weeping during that whole song.
It's beautiful. It's one of the best.
Good old times. Good old times. Let me get this off the screen.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. That I greatly appreciated.
I need to forget that. I need to forget it ever happened. I'm going to compartmentalize that so I don't have to think about it.
I'm glad we had a point with it, though. That you know, the internet, for all of its good, can breed this evil, and that's something we need to be aware of. That's for sure. That's...
Oh, yeah. Evil echo chambers. Here's some eye bleach. Christ, that was loud. Okay, I'll let this play while you guys tell us.
Jackson, start. It's Jack Order, baby.
So recently I watched a movie called Searching. Have either of you seen it?
Haven't even heard of it.
No.
Fantastic movie. I think it was one of the best movies I've seen this year. It was a movie from, I think, maybe 4 years ago. It flew under my radar.
Oh, I just Googled it. That's the one where they have to track the crime through just a bunch of web browsers, right?
Web browsers, yeah. So it's a dad searching for his missing daughter, and it's like he's like doing online sleuthing and stuff.
It's kind of movies.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that
Kumar from Harold and Kumar, right? Yeah, I remember
Cho.
seeing this or seeing about this.
Wait, no, it's Harold.
This is a whole genre. The like webcam investigating. Just the whole movie takes place in a Zoom call type movie. So
yeah.
Except it's executed. It's actually executed good. Like Unfriended is an example of one that I would say was pretty bad, awful, very tropey, and like they failed at even executing the premise of the movie. That's the movie where like, a ghost is haunting them and they're like talking through Skype call or whatever. This one is actually genuinely well done and well put together. Like it's very believable, the things that maybe not believable in the typical sense, but like they put together the programs on the computer in a believable way, and the person uses the instant messaging apps and like live stream websites in a believable and accurate way. It was really well done. Like it genuinely does execute on the premise very well. So I would highly recommend it. It was very good. Very good.
It seems like something I would love,
The only part that didn't really stick the landing for me was the acting in outside of John Cho, who plays, I think it's Harold, right?
Harold, yeah, not Kumar.
Yeah,
one of the guys from Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. There you go.
Yeah. So his acting is good. He plays it pretty, he plays it pretty good. Everyone else is pretty stilted, and the acting isn't great, but everything else carries the movie, and it's very, very good. I gave it, I think, 4 stars out of 5 when I finished watching it. I really, really enjoyed it. It executed on it very well. So highly recommend that one for anyone out there who maybe missed it 4 years ago. It does a pretty good job at being a very compelling movie with a lot of twists and mysteries and a satisfying ending. Recommended.
Yeah, it seems like I'm a big fan of like bottle type movies, which is where they typically take place in one location or one central premise. And this 100% seems like a movie I would like. I even added it to my movie backlog for you, Jackson. So we'll get there in the year 20. Yeah, in the year 2027 when I finally get to it, I'll let you know what I thought of it.
I think you should move it up. I think you'd like it. I think it's very enjoyable.
It's 100% a premise that I like, and I want to see what happens. So it's on there, and I'm thinking about it. How about that? I can't guarantee, but I like it.
Good enough for me. All right,
thank you for putting on cute baby hippos, by the way, Kaya. This is much better.
I can't look at hippos.
It's Mudang.
I can't look at hippos because the last time I went to a zoo, there was a hippo that backed up against the fence and shit through it directly at us. And how they shit, how hippos shit is they shit and then their tails like spin in a circle and flick it everywhere.
They muck spread. Yeah.
Yeah, my mum got covered in shit, which was cool, but also bad.
Yeah, that's called muck spreading. Where they fucking propeller blade their poop everywhere.
Yeah, it goes everywhere. And it's
good for her. That's a once in a lifetime experience. Mudang, man.
Awful. So yeah,
everyone knows Mudang by this point. He's a fucking baby hippo at a zoo in China, right? And he's the goddamn cutest. I don't know where, but he's the cutest goddamn thing in the world. Even though he's going to grow up to slaughter men left and right because hippos are extremely dangerous.
Or shit on them. It's either shit on them or kill them.
Hippos are one of the highest killers of people in Africa in terms of animals. Like more than snakes, more than fucking lions. Like hippos love killing people. They're insane.
It's the same. Well, they're very aggressive and territorial, and also they're mostly aquatic animals, right? Like
so they just kill you in the water where you're fucked.
Yeah, you don't know they're there, and they're very fast.
Have people considered not getting into the territorial? Why would you approach a thing that looks like a meat tank?
We're not
blaming the hippos. We're also not blaming the hippos though. Like the animals are territorial.
I know you're not blaming them, but like, this seems like a very easy problem to solve.
Well, they like crocodiles. They're hidden under the water a lot of the times. You don't know that.
Well, the problem really, what the real problem is, the baby hippos are so fucking cute that everyone goes to take one home as a pet, and then the parents just get pissed and kill them. It just happens every day.
Aww.
Mudang's mom has already killed 7 people. I don't know if you knew that.
She's feared among the Chinese lands she roams.
Yeah. They call her Death Dealer in Chinese.
Is that the thing you like? Was it?
No. I'm focusing on Mudang to wipe the memory of the last 10 minutes.
Just stop it! Don't. So it's intruding again.
So Jackson, yes, searching definitely is a movie I would love to check out. I'm a big fan of conceptual shit like that, and I have a very similar thing I like. Actually, I would love to talk to. I have been watching the television show Severance. If you guys have heard of that.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
It is incredible. Oh, what did you think of it, Kaya? I've got like 3 episodes left, but I think it's fucking excellent.
I liked it. It's a fun concept. Yeah. I don't remember much of it, but it kind of starts out almost. I thought it was gonna be a comedy. I don't know why.
I did thought, too, based on the promo art.
But then it kind of turns depressing. Yeah.
I mean, there were some funny elements. There were some funny elements at some points.
Right. I had a group of pals who watched it, and they were like, "Oh, you would love this thing," and they showed me the intro. And the intro to the show is extremely trippy, lots of like really weird, bizarre imagery, a lot of playing with color and negative space, and it's very, very cool and creative. And I thought it was going to be like a surreal office-based comedy, you know, like where weird things happen and strange things happen. But then you watch the show, and very strange things do happen, but it's more this kind of bleak, white light washed kind of office sterile environment type drama. And I won't spoil it for anyone who's interested because it's very much carried by the plot and a sense of what the fuck is going on, what's happening. But in the first mystery, episode, very, very early, they reveal the concept is there is a company called Lumon, whatever it is, and they sever the minds of their employees, meaning that when they are on work grounds, they are a completely different person. They have two entire consciousness parts in their brain. So you're a regular person outside, and then you go to work, and all of a sudden you're a totally different human being. You are yourself, but you don't have any of your memories. You don't know what your name is. You don't know your family. You don't know anything except you work at this company. And the initial explanation was, oh, it's top secret stuff. It's so you don't go outside and tell everyone what we're working on. But then, of course, it's a drama and things start getting deeper, weird and gets deeper. And it's very stylistic. It's beautifully shot. The plot stays interesting. So far, I love it. I've got like 2 or 3 episodes left, and it's highly recommend it.
It's competently made, which is important as well. It feels like it's actually going somewhere. Like I was worried going into it where it would be all concept, basically. You know what I mean by that?
Right.
Like with Lost, shows like Lost, where interesting stuff happens, but it feels like they don't have an actual story to tell. Like they're just winging it, basically. It feels like with Severance, they actually have a pretty strong idea of what they want to do with it, and things are building up to something.
It starts the first couple episodes of a big kind of mystery tone of like, well, why is this happening? What's this? What does that mean? And they keep that going, but then it evolves more into like the progression of the characters and kind of now that they know the system, what are they going to do about it? And, oh, we know what this is now, so things are changed. And it's just a well-written drama that really hooks you with a good first episode. Because the first episode, man, I still think the first episode's the best, where it really engrosses you in how this weird fucking secretive company works. And you really don't know what's going on, but you still kind of figure it out. And it's like one of the early jokes they have that I love is they talk about corporate incentives. And it's like, if you finish 50% of a file, you get a bowl of Chinese finger traps. And it's like the most pathetic, shitty prize ever, but some of the office workers love it. And they're like, oh, God, I can't wait to get my finger traps. Like, it's a great show.
Well, it's also a fun, like, the concept of work-life balance, because like you said, as soon as they enter the work door, they basically become a different personality. But that personality, it's not alive when they leave from work. It's only alive when they come back to work. So they basically just live in that 9 to 5 loop. You know, it turns 5 p.m. and then they just go unconscious for like 2 seconds and they wake up and it's 9 a.m. again. They work their entire lives.
Yeah, one personality works.
They're only alive in that 9 to 5 span. And there's a scene where there's like an office HR lady or like a psychiatrist, and she says, yeah, I've been alive for 2 weeks. And now they're sending me to be terminated or something like that. And it's like, damn, that sucks. And the show is them trying to escape that, essentially.
There's a lot of macro themes that it talks about, like actual real life work-life balance, American and Western work culture, if 9 to 5 is even healthy. It talks about a lot of good stuff with that as well. There's also scenes where they very clearly make work doctrine into a religion. Like they quote a handbook like it's the literal fucking Bible. And there's a great joke by one of the characters where he says, oh, I see you're reading from the old revision of the handbook. I'm more of a studier of the 2.0 New Testament. And it's very clearly a commentary on the Bible, the Old and New Testament. Yeah. It's a very, very smart show where if you've been like me and you've worked an office job that was soul crushing and sucked, you just immediately see a ton of parallels, and I really, really enjoy it. I would highly recommend it for anyone who's got just a regular working job.
The acting is also really good. Like Adam Scott delivers a pretty great performance.
Adam
I love
Scott
the duality of his performance. Like when he's on the outside, he's like this sad, mopey, pathetic individual, and then when he's down in the office, Like his office personality is like, competent, smooth, confident.
Yeah. He kills it. He is an incredible actor when it comes to this down on his luck, just kind of loser, and he knows how to carry that, where he'll have his scenes where he shines or he is competent in that, but there's always that air of, dude, this is just an office drone. There's just nothing to this guy. And it really sells when he starts to find his character growth as the plot progresses. I think it's a great show. I hope they don't bungle the ending. I've heard the ending's good. I don't know. But, having watched more than half of the first season, I highly recommend it. It's been a treat.
There's a
I
season,
really like it.
There's a season 2 coming out, I'm pretty sure.
There is. It got announced recently, actually, yeah.
I hope so.
Or maybe it's next year. It might be next year.
Mm-hmm. So that is mine.
Kaya, what have you got to end this?
All right, hold on. I have to summon my own Palworld character for my segment. There we go. Okay, so I've been really getting into fermented fruits this week, and I ordered a bunch of jars and like cheesecloth and some different strains of bacteria and yeast to ferment my own stuff, like kombucha. I want to try because you can get kombucha in the stores, but it's usually like mixed with flavoring and too much sugar for my liking. I can make that on my own, but I really got into it because I really like kefir, which is fermented milk. And to make your own, you have to order. Yeah, it is sour and salty, which is my thing. I'm not really into sweets. I like sour and salty stuff, as you guys know, probably.
You like cum.
And
wink.
The wild thing is you have to order kefir grains, which is this very special type of like, basically a colony of yeast and bacteria. And I asked ChatGPT, okay, how do I do this? And it said I have to revive the grains first. And I said, what the fuck does that mean? Well, you have to feed them milk for a week. I thought, what do you mean feed them milk? It literally used that word. What do you mean feed them milk? And it said, well, if you don't feed them milk and you just put them in to be fermented, they might get stressed. I'm like, what do you mean stressed? Like, I didn't adopt a fucking pet. How do I do this? But now I'm nursing my kefir grains in a jar. I have to switch out the milk that I feed them with every 12 to 24 hours.
Do you have like a baby monitor that you have to wake up at like midnight when they're crying? Go feed them.
And when they're gooing and guying.
Do you have to feed them directly from the source sometimes? Like formula won't do it. You got to whip something out. Yeah. Put them to your breast. Nuzzle them close.
Burp them.
But yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna take a while because fermenting should just take so long. Just reviving the things and feeding them milk apparently takes at least a week. But then I can put it in a gallon of milk and make my own kefir, which is awesome. I'm gonna try kombucha, and then I'm planning on making my own. I'm gonna pickle stuff, tons of stuff.
Pickling is great. I'm not huge on fermented stuff. Like kimchi can be good. I've never liked kombucha, but pickling, man. Kimchi. Ooh, nice pickled vegetables, like all sorts of different pickled veggies are so good.
What does pickling do? Does it just make them taste like pickles?
Not necessarily.
It's also basically fermenting. You make a brine. So you take regular cucumbers, you wash them. Then you make a brine, which is basically you dissolve a little bit of salt and water. Then you put the pickles and the water in a jar along with flavorings, whatever you like, peppers, ginger, and you put a cheesecloth on it and you just leave the thing. As long as they're submerged, bad kinds of bacteria cannot grow because of the salt content and because there's no oxygen underwater. But the good kind of bacteria can multiply and they ferment the cucumbers into pickles over time. And I also didn't know what fermenting is. I kept asking like a little child, like, how come fermenting is good, but rot is bad? And I'm typing and fucking getting explained by AI like I'm in grade school again. And all fermenting is good kinds of bacteria and yeast spreading into your food. And the crazy thing I didn't know is if you're lactose intolerant, you can eat like or drink fermented milk because the bacteria take all the lactose out. That's how they ferment it. They eat all the fucking lactose for you and turn it into lactic acid, which can be easier digested. So I'm very happy. I'm addicted. I might have a problem, actually. I don't know. My wife hasn't yelled at me yet, but we'll see.
So what kind of...
fill the place with
your
jars.
home's just full of jars.
What kind of flavor profile are you going for? Because I have a good feeling you want like some hot and spicy pickles.
Well, he just wants salt, it sounds like. He just likes salty taste.
Well, you can flavor them,
Yeah, well, I don't know. I haven't gotten to the pickle stage yet. So far, again, I'm only reviving the kefir grains. Next, I'm going to try kombucha, which you make out of black tea, because it has to have lots of caffeine in the tea leaves, and sugar, which the bacteria,
Not to shit on your things I like, Corner, but I hate the taste of kombucha.
Me too. I think it's disgusting, but more power to you.
Yeah.
Well, I like it. I just don't like the sugary kinds. I like it, but you have to get this thing called a SCOBY, which I forget what the fuck it stands for. It's an acronym, but you basically get this thing. It's the yeast colony, and you put it in the iced tea that you made. Not iced tea, sorry, sweet tea.
It looks like yucky, like chicken breast or something.
You could take a bite of it, just for fun.
I don't know if that would be healthy for you.
What is it, though?
SCOBY is a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. So a cutesy name, SCOBY. And the kind of cute thing is, so once I grow those, once my little kefir grains are all grown and strong, they last a lifetime, apparently. I asked, I did some research to see, okay, how many batches do they last? And as long as I feed them milk, they apparently last a lifetime. I can pass those things down to my children, and the kombucha SCOBY too, which is cool. And apparently they grow over time, so you can share them with friends once you've grown.
What if you know your little grains for 70 years, and then you're on your deathbed and they're there by you, and you get to hold your hand as you pass away.
They fucking squelch together and reach out and go, "Father." Oh, thank you, Kefir. Thank you. I knew you'd be here.
No.
leave everything you own to your kefir grains, and your actual children are like, our
they are yours now. I leave my children to the kefir.
Raise them.
Audio listeners only, the grains kind of look like little cauliflowers.
Cauliflowers, yeah.
Like cheese curds almost.
And they also
multiply.
Yeah, yeah, kind of.
Interesting.
So that's
cool.
That's a cool hobby. I like that. That's a fun, I feel like you could get a lot out of that. There's a lot you could try and experiment. That's pretty cool.
It's definitely cool.
I have these weird phases where I think just get really into this things.
Yeah,
I mean, it's either this or drugs. So I'm gonna just make a bunch of fermented foods, and apparently
it was
really
either this or making cocaine in my basement.
Well, have you ever tried drugs? They're pretty cool. I can't lie. They're pretty fucking cool.
Well, I'll tell you, kefir doesn't give me a hangover, so it'll have to be this. Okay. And apparently, it's really good for your gut bacteria and whatnot, your gut health. Yeah, so that's fun.
That's cool.
That's my thing.
That is a good thing.
I appreciate that you have such a cool hobby. I feel like there's tons of potential for you to experiment and make.
Don't listen to him, Kaya. He's trying to buddy you up to steal your.
Make the drugs, eventually. Damn it! It's so boring. Turn the drugs, you fuck.
He's trying to get your kefir.
I want him to reach out to me. Yeah.
I am also going to get into a little bit of gardening indoors. I'm going to grow my own Carolina Reapers. Perhaps for a future episode. Little teaser for everyone.
Didn't you grow your own long ago? Many years ago? Yeah.
It was teeny tiny though. It wasn't a very big boy, but I also didn't do any research. I had a pepper that I had bought, and I just took the seed and put it on a bunch of dirt, and it somehow survived, but I'm planning on doing a proper job this time. Ooh, maybe I can send you guys one each, and we could do a homegrown pepper parade.
I don't know why we did. Awesome. We've never done anything like that before. Why would we ever do that now? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Never.
Did you make the phrase pepper parade up? I've just never heard of it.
Sounds stupid. Stupid idea, Kaya.
Yeah, go back to your fucking kimchi, dude.
Fine.
Yeah. Feed us your kimchi and stuff. That'll be better.
I would actually try your kimchi if you made legit kimchi.
Sam.
Yeah, if I do, I'll make sure.
Fuck yeah.
He's gonna lace it. He's gonna send it to us laced with peppers and stuff.
I'd be so pissed. I would truly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I would look forward to tasting a delicious batch of my friend's homemade kimchi. And if this motherfucker puts Carolina Reapers in it, I would just be so goddamn pissed. I would be so mad.
You would never be able to trust again.
Oh, just use your girlfriends as food testers, like the kings of old age.
I'll just sneak it into their food. It's genius.
We need jesters. We need jester clown.
Let's just fucking wrap this up.
Fuck. My head hurts so bad. I've had a migraine this entire time. I'm going insane.
We should probably wrap it here.
Okay.
Well, Jackson, carry us home like you always do.
Yep. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. If you would like more stuff, just stuff in general, we got stuff over on Patreon. Kaya will be uploading his kefir recipe list, his recipe card soon to the Patreon, so you'll be able to see just how Kaya makes his kefir. He's marinated kefir.
Sure. If it turns out well, sure. I'm not gonna do it yet because I don't even know if they're gonna fucking live. But I'll stick to it.
Okay, don't kill them.
I'm doing my best.
All right, thank you. Did I say Patreon? Fuck my head. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. Bonus episodes, ad-free, early access to Criminally Stupid, Red Thread, as well as the official podcast.
We have a brand new Criminally Stupid, by the way.
Yeah, it's already up there, so you can go listen to that. As well as the deleted episode that was removed from YouTube for reasons.
Uncensored episodes. Best place, really. I mean, Patreon is the place to watch all of our episodes, ad-free, uncensored.
Tons of content.
The whole episodes aren't missing.
Tons of content, tons of extra stuff. We get paid money for it. It's a win-win, really.
And Kaya uploads naked pictures of himself once a week.
True. Very true.
So
That's not financial advice.
Not
all right.
Not legally binding. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.